Power. It's a word people pretend to fear, yet secretly crave. A force that shapes societies, destroys empires, builds leaders, and breaks the weak. But here's the truth. Nobody says out loud, power is always in play. Whether you acknowledge it or not, every conversation, every workplace interaction, every friendship, every relationship, a silent game of influence is happening beneath the surface. But most people walk through life blind to this game. They think being nice, honest, or transparent protects them. They think the world rewards good intentions. They think people around them want what's best for them. Robert Greene didn't write the 48 Laws of Power to teach manipulation. He wrote it to expose the manipulation already happening around you. He tore the curtain off human behavior and revealed the psychological strategies kings, emperors, CEOs, politicians, seducers, and powerful individuals have used for centuries, strategies they never talk about publicly, rules they operate by in silence, truths they don't want ordinary people to know. Because the moment you understand these laws, the moment you recognize how power truly works, you stop being easy to control. You stop being emotionally predictable. You stop giving people access to your weaknesses. And that's when the game changes. Power isn't about domination. It's about awareness. It's about understanding the shadows where intentions hide. It's about predicting behavior before it happens. It's about reading people like open books while keeping your own pages closed. Most people live in reaction mode. They react to insults. They react to flattery. They react to threats. They react to approval. And in every reaction, they give power away. Greene's work teaches the opposite. To move with intention. To act instead of react. To see through manipulation instead of falling for it. To become the strategist, not the pawn. And today, we're going deeper into this forbidden manual of human behavior. Not the sugar-coated version, not the academic version, but the raw, uncomfortable, psychological reality behind these laws, the part that exposes why people behave the way they do, and why the world works the way it does. This is Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, what they don't want you to know. Power is not something people announce. It doesn't walk into the room with a crown or a spotlight. Real power is subtle, hidden, silent. It moves in the background while everyone else focuses on the surface. And that's exactly why most people never see it coming. We are raised to believe the world is fair, that people mean well, and that honesty and goodness win. But step into the real world, and you quickly learn something different. People don't always act based on fairness. They act based on advantage. Robert Greene's first message is simple but brutal. Power dynamics exist everywhere, whether you want them to or not. In every workplace, someone controls information. In every social circle, someone controls attention. In every relationship, someone influences decisions. And in every conflict, someone walks away with more leverage than the other. Most people ignore this reality because it makes them uncomfortable. They prefer to believe everyone is equal, everyone plays fair, and everyone has good intentions. But the powerful, those who shape outcomes, never think this way. They observe, they analyze, they watch how people react under stress, under praise, under pressure. They measure ego, insecurity, and desire like a scientist studying behavior. Greene reveals a truth society tries to hide. If you ignore power, you automatically give yours to someone else. Understanding power isn't about being manipulative or cruel. It's about being aware. It's about noticing the silent tensions in a room, the hidden motives behind behavior, the emotional traps people fall into without realizing it. When you understand these dynamics, you stop being played. You stop being confused by people's contradictions. You stop giving trust to those who haven't earned it. You stop revealing things that can be used against you. This is the unspoken foundation of all 48 laws. You cannot win a game You don't even realize you're playing. Some laws in the 48 Laws of Power feel dangerous the moment you read them. Not because they encourage evil, but because they reveal how people truly operate behind closed doors. These laws are the ones society wishes you would ignore. Take Law 3, conceal your intentions. Powerful people never reveal their full plan. They distract, mislead, and move quietly. Because the moment others understand your goals, they can block you, sabotage you, or copy you. Silence is protection. Law 6. Court attention at all costs exposes another truth. Visibility creates influence. People follow what they notice, not what they ignore. The powerful make themselves unforgettable through controversy, uniqueness, or boldness. Most people hear power and think of kings, CEOs, dictators, or world leaders. But Greene's message is far more unsettling. Power is present in every interaction you have, every single day. Whether you're aware of it or not, the 48 laws are already shaping your life, influencing your decisions, and determining how people treat you. Think about your workplace. There's always someone who knows how to stay close to those in authority. The person who praises the boss just enough, never argues publicly, never outshines, but never disappears. They are living Law 1, never outshine the master without ever having read the book. You, meanwhile, might work harder, do more, and still get overlooked. Why? Because power is never just about effort, it's about perception. Look at social situations. The loudest, boldest, most visible person tends to dominate the group. People gravitate toward them automatically. This is Law 6, court attention at all costs playing out in real time. The person who controls the spotlight controls the narrative. Think about relationships, friends, partners, even family. People use Law 12. Use selective honesty all the time. They reveal small truths to gain trust, but hide the bigger intentions behind them, not necessarily with evil intent, but because everyone is protecting something: their emotions, their reputation, their comfort, their control. You even see Law 20, do not commit to anyone everywhere. People keep their options open. They stay vague, non-committal, always thinking about it. This keeps them in a position of power because others chase certainty. And then there's Law 34. Act like a king to be treated like one. Confidence, posture, tone. These influence how people treat you more than your achievements ever will. Walk like you deserve respect, and people respond differently. Walk like you're unsure, and the world senses weakness instantly. The truth is simple but uncomfortable. You are already surrounded by these laws. They're not abstract theories. They're patterns in human behavior. The people who rise understand them, consciously or unconsciously. The people who fall ignore them, and the people who stay stuck float in the middle, never realizing the game they're inside. Every conversation, every argument, every compliment, every betrayal, every opportunity, every loss, all of it is shaped by power dynamics. And once you finally see the patterns, once you recognize how these laws operate in your daily life, you'll never look at human behavior the same way again. When you begin to understand the 48 laws of power, not just read them, but live them, something fundamental shifts. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop taking people at face value. You begin to see the invisible chessboard underneath every conversation, every conflict, every opportunity. Suddenly, you're no longer confused when people gossip, betray, manipulate, or play games. You can see their moves coming long before they make them, and that, right there, is power. Mastering these laws makes you untouchable because it gives you something most people lack: strategic awareness. You stop being predictable. You stop being easy to influence. You stop seeking validation, approval, and permission. Instead, you move with intent, observe quietly, and strike only when the timing is perfect. People begin to respect you, even fear you, not because you're aggressive, but because you're unreadable, unshakable, controlled. They sense that you understand something they don't. The real secret? Power isn't about dominating others. It's about mastering yourself, your impulses, your reactions, your emotions. When you can walk into any situation with a calm, strategic mind, you instantly become someone who cannot be manipulated, someone who cannot be defeated. So after hearing all this, the real question is simple. What will you do with this knowledge? Most people will watch videos like this, feel inspired for a moment, and then return to their old patterns, reacting emotionally, trusting blindly, and giving away their power without even realizing it. But not you, because if you've made it this far, you already think differently. The 48 Laws of Power isn't just a book, it's a mirror. It shows you the truth about others, but more importantly, the truth about yourself. It forces you to confront your weaknesses, your blind spots, your emotional triggers. And once you see them, you can fix them. You can rise above them. If you truly want to become someone who is respected, influential, and mentally unbreakable, then start applying these laws one by one. Not recklessly, not aggressively, but strategically, with intelligence and discipline. Remember, power isn't taken in one big moment. It's built slowly, silently, through every decision you make. If you want more videos that break down power, psychology, and human behavior, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.